Types of women that men marry. That is the topic of today's video. I am so excited to share the insight with you guys on the types of women that men choose to marry. It's not a coincidence that they choose a particular woman to marry. So if you're new here, my name is Irina, and I'm a Christian relationship and mindset coach. I was in a marriage myself. I was in a 19-year relationship, and I became a relationship and mindset coach. So all the things that I will be sharing with you today, they come from experience and from coaching men and women. So let's dive into it. Who do men choose to marry? Because what you've probably seen is that they may date one type of woman, but then they end up marrying somebody else. And then you wonder, wow, like, why did he choose her? Or like, why her? Right? So those are kind of the questions that come up, and we wonder why did he pick her? So I categorize these into three categories. So the first one that I called would be the comfort zone. When a man chooses this type of woman, he is staying comfortable. So that means that he will usually choose a woman that is head over heels. Yes, head over heels over her. She loves him unconditionally. She gives. Like she just pours out her love to him, and he's got no room for even thinking that she doesn't love him. He knows he will be safe here. She will never cheat, and he can do whatever he wants because she loves him unconditionally. But oftentimes, this type of woman has some insecurities because if you think about it, this man begins to hurt her. He begins to maybe even like betray, abandon her, right? He's not all in. Why? Because he doesn't really love her. He chose her because she was comfortable, but it's not necessarily that he completely loved her. And this woman stays in this relationship, and this is for multiple reasons. The reasons why a woman stays in this type of relationship could be because they have children together, could be because she is financially dependent on him, or she's got religious beliefs that, once you're in a marriage, it is forever until death do us apart. But if you are in a relationship with this type of man, you may be blind to where he's cheating or to abuse. He may be abusive to you emotionally, financially, different aspects, but you're kind of blind to it and you don't see how he is affecting you. And this is actually where a woman begins to lose herself, lose her identity, lose who she is. She doesn't really become as feminine as she once was. She may step into her wounded feminine energy and just keep giving, 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 or she may step into her masculine energy and she may really nurture this man, where he kind of becomes her child and she takes care of all of his needs and she carries all of this baggage. So this is when men marry for comfort. And I gotta say this, this type of relationship is where it wasn't based on love. It was based more out of fear. So she is afraid to leave him, and he was kind of afraid to choose another type of woman that he truly, truly loved. And he picked a woman that he was comfortable with, that loved him unconditionally. The next one, I called it the power battle. So this is usually the narcissistic woman that men marry. So in the beginning, he thinks he found the trophy. She's super bold. She's confident. She's secure. She's unpredictable, right? And this unpredictability, it kind of turns him on. So in this type of woman, he thinks she makes him look good until the mask falls off. And usually the mask begins to fall off when you get married. Usually when you are dating, this type of woman is pretty good at hiding who she really is. So she knows the right things to say. She's very seductive. She seems like the whole package. So it's kind of like a trap. And once you're in the relationship, boom, she reveals who she really is. So in a marriage, he realizes that he lost his leadership. He lost the respect from her and often from the children. So this is where he begins to lose his identity. He begins to lose his purpose. Now he's even unsure how he got into this relationship, how he got into this marriage, and who he is as a man. Um, and usually, when the mask falls off, it's already too late to leave the relationship because now he is the one that has the moral beliefs of, since I got married, I have to make this work, right? Since I got married, it's only till death do us apart. So it's kind of like the roles have flipped. Um, also, in the beginning, these type of relationships, there's a lot of passion, right? But then that passion turns into actually a lot of chaos and a lot of arguing. And now this is where she takes over the relationship and she begins to wear the pants. She controls the money. She controls, the mood of the house, and everything revolves around her. So in this type of relationship, he loses his masculinity, and she begins to lose attraction. And then the last couple that I want to talk about is the partnership. And this is usually when the man marries his dream woman. And these are all the relationships that I would want you to be in. I would want you to be the dream woman and be in a relationship with a man that sees you as his equal and as his partner. So men usually choose this type of woman when he is healed, when he is mature and emotionally intelligent, and he has a lot of respect for a good woman. He doesn't take advantage of her, but he truly respects her for who she is. He respects her role. This type of woman is usually very secure in her feminine energy. She's good with boundaries. She's good with communication. She knows what she wants, and she's not afraid to be a woman. And what comes with being a woman, it's not just being soft and nurturing. That's part of it. Part of it is being kind, but also having a lot of discernment. What type of man do you choose to give this to? Just because you're nice and you're nurturing and you're kind, it does not mean that you give that to all the men. You got to know who is your equal, who will give the same type of energy back to you. Um, and this type of man is usually really grounded in his masculine energy. So he doesn't chase women. He doesn't idolize women. He doesn't usually see them as like sexual objects. He actually respects women of God and he honors them. They both have regulated nervous systems. So he knows how to regulate himself. He knows how to regulate his anger, his emotions. And then she also knows how to regulate herself. Her life is not just dependent on him, and his life is not just dependent on her. So these type of people are both stable in a relationship and without a relationship. They are okay being single and waiting for the right one, but they also don't lose their independence in a relationship. They still keep their hobbies, their interests, but they may either include their partner, but they have this healthy relationship with themselves because they respect their boundaries and they don't have any issues with trust. Um, this is also where both partners pour into each other, they both value each other, and they both respect each other. So, if you want to become a dream woman, if you feel like this is a type of relationship that you've been in before, you feel like you've attracted abusive men or you've attracted men that took advantage of you and you didn't really feel like you were in a relationship with a partner. So, how do you step into that woman? How do you become that kind of woman? And how do you attract that type of woman? So I do want to tell you that I do offer one-on-one coaching if that is something that you would like to do individually. But I also have a group that's called the Glow Up Group. And this is a space for women that want to glow different parts of their life, how they look physically, their emotional intelligence, their relationship with God, and actually getting safe and feeling safe with their feminine energy, knowing what that looks like as a woman of God, as a Christian woman, as a believer. How do you step into that divine feminine energy? And all of that we cover in the Glow Up course. So, a dream woman, she kind of has these, main characteristics is she feels safe in her feminine energy. She's got good boundaries, not walls, but boundaries. And she knows how to communicate about her wants, about her needs, and about her boundaries. Also, she doesn't have a fear of losing a man. She understands that if I communicate a boundary, I may lose him, but she understands that this is important to her. So in order to not lose herself and not lose her identity, and in order to keep the spark in the relationship, she needs to be communicating about her boundaries. She also has a regulated nervous system. So she knows what dysregulates her. She knows when she is emotional, what triggered her, and how to come out of that. She doesn't just rely on the man to be her person that regulates her. She knows how to regulate her own self. So she knows she either needs to journal, she needs to go take a walk, she needs to go talk to God. She knows how to independently regulate her nervous system. And she's kind of has this like good balance where she can be the independent woman and not feel like she's burning out, like she's stepping into masculine energy. But then she also knows how to submit a man, but without losing her identity. So if this video hit you, and if you feel like you are struggling in any one of these areas, feel free to reach out to me or sign up to any one of my offers. But if you really want to work on your feminine embodiment and step into that divine feminine energy and heal some of these areas, maybe it's your emotional attachment style, maybe you've been abused, whatever you've been through, in order to attract your dream man, you want to work through all of these things before you get into a relationship, because a relationship will actually reveal what areas of your life you still need to heal. So subscribe to my video channel if you really found this useful and if it really hit you. So subscribe to this channel and I will see you on the next video.